Hello everyone, this video will cover Module 14. Module 14 is probably the most complicated module in this class just because you have two assignments that you have to do kind of in the middle of the module. You have to do two submissions in order to actually be able to get the feedback by the end of the module. And so I'm going to go over what you're going to be doing here. The main thing to remember is because we're at Module 14, we actually have an extra week because of fall break. So you guys do get a break, which means that the submission deadline is actually after the break for these two assignments. So we have internal due dates here. So basically what you're doing is in Module 13, you turned in a rough draft of your cause and effect essay. What you're going to do now is take that same rough draft and you're going to submit it to two more places. So you do have two new submissions, and sometimes students get confused by this. The idea is that we're going to get a bunch of feedback. We'll get feedback from me, the instructor, on your rough draft, from yourself using your self-edit, and then from the online writing lab using the Writing Center submission, and then the cause and effect essay peer edit. You'll get feedback from your peers. So Module 14, the main things that you're going to be doing, you do have a video quiz. This is your second video quiz for the class, and it just basically goes over the kind of the best practices for doing a peer edit, and kind of goes over some of this stuff for those of you who maybe this is your first time ever doing a peer edit. So the video quiz works just like it did before. You start the video and then there will be questions as you go through, and then make sure that you submit at the end in order to get it recorded into the grade book. So that's the first thing you do. Then the other two things, which you'll want to do early on, I have a deadline of Monday of the 27th of November in order to complete this. And you should do it just on the same day. You can actually do it as soon as the module starts. Is just submit. The earlier you submit, the more likely it is that you won't have any issues with these two assignments. So the first thing is to submit to the BrainFuse online tutoring. And so this is the online writing lab. And you'll go through this BrainFuse online tutoring link over here. I have the video right here. I've already showed you how to do this in the class, but you want to make sure that you get that done. They need a 48-hour turnaround for responses. And so I usually put this in here kind of before, kind of give you a deadline before that, just so that, just in case there's, a lot of essays that they're going to try to go through, so you definitely get a chance to get your feedback. The other thing that I do, because this is an assignment in the class, is I'm going to create a task in BrainFuse, which basically will send you an email saying that you need to complete this assignment. And if you go through the task in your email, it'll link into your BrainFuse account, and then I can see when the online writing lab responds to you. I can actually see their response, and this has helped some students who have issues seeing their feedback, because often when they send back that file to you, sometimes students have had either difficulties opening it, or when they open it, there's no feedback, there's no comments on it. So a couple of things that you can do. You can obviously email me. Sometimes I can change the format of the file and you can see it easier. Or when you click Start Assignment, this is what you're going to actually submit the file to. So once you go through BrainFuse and they have responded back to you in your message center, then you will take that file, download it, and then upload it here. You'll click on Start Assignment and put your file in there. A lot of students, once they do that, once they submit the file into Start Assignment there, then the comments will appear on the screen in Canvas, and that really helps because once they see their submission, when you go through the submission details, view feedback, and you can actually see your file in Canvas, then you can see that feedback. So that might help you. If you're having difficulty, let me know. So then the other thing that you're going to do is submit to the peer edit. The peer edit assignment is where you're going to submit your file. And once you've submitted it, just like you would a normal assignment for the class, you need to have that done by Monday, November 27th at 11:59 p.m. If you do not have your file submitted by that point, then you will not get a peer edit to do. So basically what happens is, rather than me going in there and like manually shuffling people around, or having everyone assigned a peer edit, even if somebody doesn't submit their file, it only trades people who have submitted a file to this assignment. And so if you don't have a file in there, you will not get a peer to whose essay to evaluate, and you will not be able to complete this assignment. And some of you need all of the points that you can get. So make sure that you are prepared for this. Again, you are using the rough draft from the previous module, so it's already done. You don't have to do anything new. You can just submit that same exact file here. It just takes, a few seconds to get this done before the end of the day on Monday, November 27th, and then you will be assigned two peer reviews over here on the side. So once you've been assigned the peer reviews, which will be at the end of the day on Monday, they will automatically assign everyone a peer review, 2 peer reviews based on the number of files that have been submitted. Their names will pop up right here. And so you'll see 2 people's names, and they'll show up on your to-do list as well. And so I can't show you because obviously I don't have any assigned peer reviews, but I can show you through the essay that I have submitted. You'll click on their name, and then it'll bring you to a page that looks like this with their file name and then view feedback. Once you click on view feedback, you've done this before with your own essay. You expand it to the DocuViewer, and then you can then make comments and feedback on their essay, just like you have done your self-editing comments before. So highlighting, commenting, leaving any kind of feedback that you want, that kind of thing. So then once you're done with that, you need to leave 10 annotated comments on there. I had to check. 10 annotated comments on there, and then you also have a rubric to fill out. And again, I can't really show you because I don't have an assigned peer edit, but once you'll see this over here, it'll say either show rubric or view rubric or something like that, and then it'll pop up here on the side, and you should be able to click on either needs improvement or no issues for each of the stated criteria. And basically, if it has no issues, I have a little description of what it should look like, and so you'll need to click on one or the other for each of the criteria listed. And then there'll be a spot down at the bottom to save the rubric. That's the thing you have to save. The other comments, the ones that you make on the file, will automatically save as soon as you click out of them. And then down here at the bottom, this is just kind of what the rubric looks like, so you'll be able to do that. You'll do that for 2 peers essays, and so this might take you a little bit to go through them, so leave yourself plenty of time, but you do need to have it done by the end of the module. It's just the initial submission that needs to be done beforehand, just so that you can get that traded within Canvas, and you'll meet that deadline for Canvas. So those are the assignments in the module. If you are struggling at all, if you're having any issues, make sure that you send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.